Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and today we're going to go through another box in my deck collection. I have been collecting cards for all my life, it's forever. And so, as you can imagine, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of playing cards. And I also review playing cards on my channel. And of course, people always ask to see my deck collection, and it's just way too large. And I decided I would just go through it a box at a time. These are trading card boxes that you would get for maybe collecting baseball cards or movie cards, and they work great for decks of cards as well. This is box 9, and of course these are all blind boxes. I don't open these in advance to see what's inside. My reaction will be as surprised as yours. This one is not even labeled, so I don't even know. I have no idea what is going to be in store for us today, and I'm going to push all these over to the side and make sure there's no sets or groupings, and then we'll get started. Okay, so because that box was sitting on top, there's some more recent decks that I've reviewed, but there's some older ones in there, so we'll go through them all one at a time. This is the Wonder Deck, red Wonder Deck, foil back. It's all a paisley look, and this is from Wondercraft and Chris Haig, and inside is red as well. I really love the design on this. I really love the pattern on these, and I think these were really, geez, that was way out of camera. Way out of camera, David. Where's the camera? It's like right there? Okay. I gotta kind of remember where the camera is. So, beautiful back design. I love all the paisley and the shadowing. This is a double backer. You got two jokers of a little butler style guy, and here's your ace of spades, okay, and some standard cards, right, standard blacks, standard reds, and custom courts, and they have gold foiling as well. So their expressions are custom, their faces, some of the objects they're holding in their hands. I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of this. I believe it was a Kickstarter when it first came out. It was blue, right? And then they did the red version. The Sparrow Hanafuda deck, I reviewed that only within the last couple months. Playingcarddex.com. Hanafuda is a game that gets played, and so this enables you to play said game. Blank card, and kind of a Japanese feel there with the red sun, double backer, right? Your two jokers have a little sparrow flying off into the distance, and then every card is just like birds, right? It's just all a one-way image, just different birds. If you're a big bird fan, or if you're a what is it? The show that was in Oregon. What was that show called? I can't remember. It was like, put a bird on it. That's right. So yeah, that was a terrible fan. Because I do this live for the camera, I don't ever stop and practice and reshoot and go, oh, that didn't look right. I'm worried about how that looks on camera. I don't edit. I don't edit. When I make a mistake, I just keep going. Mono X, Luke Wadey, right? Huge fan of Luke Wadey, huge fan of his decks too. If you're not familiar with him, his deck designs, definitely go down and check him out. He's at lukewadey.co.uk. Very creative. Puts out a lot of decks. Kind of a little shimmery, little optical illusion. There's another deck out right now, or at least was on Kickstarter. Very similar to this. Where are we right? Like right there. So you can kind of see just that thin poker border there. It's razor thin, actually. Look how thin that is. That is super thin. Double backer, X card, another X card, another X card. There you go. So, looks like that. Hearts, court cards, clubs, right? Courts. Yeah, so this deck's a lot of fun. There's your ace of spades. Fun decks make them more collectible, or more fun to collect. That's what I meant. Jolly Roger deck from playingcarddex.com. Obviously pirate themed, and on the back shows all the different courts. These are famed pirates from days of yore. Cool back design because it's the Jolly Roger on top and bottom, and solid black, right? So that looks cool. I like that look. Okay, that looks cool. Actually, probably looks better like this, but yeah. So I like that. But then they kind of lost me with the faces because now they look like shipboards, right? SHIP, boat, ship boards. Your court cards, two-way images of famous pirates, and then it goes to red cards, right? But probably more of a collector's deck, more if you're into pirates, which I am. I am into pirates. I just wish the backs and the faces kind of had a better harmony, you know? Yeah. Let's look at DMC Elites. I think I did a review for, no, not a review. I think these popped up in one of the other boxes, right? These are the alphas, okay? And the alphas are very, very cool. Designed by Phil Smith, by the way, who is one of the coolest mentalists out there and magicians out there. He's awesome. So DMC backs, okay, these are going to look like the standard backs that you are familiar with. And if you know how to read them, you might be saying to yourself, why does that look like an O? Because it is an O. The alphas are letters. There's an ad card there. That's an M, right? That's marked for M on the back. Funny enough, the camera actually picks up the marking system better than the human eye. If you put the marking system, that says no, by the way, and W, right? So E, so you use these cards to spell things with, right? And they're an alphabet deck, but they're also marked, so you know what the letters are. So there was a little book. There's always the DMC passport that comes out that tells you what tricks you can do with it. One of my favorites, Black Roses, Daniel Schneider. This is one of his collabs with Daniel Madison, and so tons of fun deck. Back design is the Madison feather and Daniel Schneider's flower. Back design, that is not the back design. Why did I make that mistake? I don't know. There's the faces. I saw some rando cards in there. What was it? There we are. So it has a cut card in there. See, again, I make a mistake and I just keep going. I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm not trying to be pretty or anything like that. There's your deck. And there's a pink card in there that you could use probably with the color change trick. And the way the cut card works is, you can always slide it in and then it stands out, right? Or you put it on the bottom of the deck when you're doing bottom deals. You want to show that you're not dealing off the bottom, you can put the cut card on the bottom. And pretty standard, always going to have custom court cards. That's Daniel Schneider right there. Daniel Madison right there. And there's your Ace of Spades. Daniel Schneider is probably the best, if not one of the best, court card designers. Pretty much everything else is standard, right? And then there's two really cool Black Kings in there. How often do you get to be the other Black King aside from David Blaine? Two Davids. The two Davids, me, David Blaine, in the same deck. So pretty cool. I'll be passing this deck down to my children and my children's children, right? They won't even care. They'll be like, who's this old man? Rubber band deck. This one was kind of fun. Pearl Lee, and it's an homage to rubber band magic, and rubber band jokes, really. There's a gaff in there that looks like the rubber band's going around the deck, and it continues on the top, so you could put it on the top like that. It looks like the whole deck's rubber banded, but it's not, right? And there's another gaff there. All the kings are all famous magicians, so they're all custom. And then I saw one other strange card in here, didn't I? No? Okay. The back design is just looped rubber bands. And then the deck itself is just pictures of different rubber band moves. There's some jokes, like that's a bandit, right? And then there's some designs again, and the queens are just standard, jacks are standard. And then there's rubber band ball, rubber band animals, right? It's just a whole deck of rubber bands, right? Because who doesn't love rubber bands? All of us. We all... Wait, I said who doesn't love rubber bands? I hate double negatives. Gemini decks. This is the Las Vegas, Nevada Safari Casino deck, but done in pink. There's been a couple of these casino decks released from Gemini decks. They look like Jerry's, right? They have this kind of Jerry's feel to them, but this is done in pink. So make sure this stays on camera. So again, very, very thin pink border. There's your Ace of Spades right there. And see, those are courts. There's a little ad card. There's your Jerry's like, see, they're upside down. Jerry's like jokers, right? But for the most part, it's just a standard deck, right? So it's great for everything you need cards for, and works great for Magic. You know, if I'm doing Magic tricks, people say, you know, what deck would you use for Magic? I would use a deck that has standard faces. Really? I mean, you want a deck of cards that won't draw suspicion, and I like having cards that look like how they should. All right, got a couple more. So, Pioneers from Illusionist. This is one of their more recent releases, and it's all done Americana, right? So, blue deck and red deck. Whoa. Oh, ta-da. So, yep, went off camera. That's how I roll. Here's your back design. Okay. Blue and red. What do you want? Which one? Let's look at blue, right? Sure. They're going to be the same. So, looked at a couple. I've been biased towards red for a long time, so let's do blue. So, World's Fair Jokers, and just an absolutely gorgeous Ace of Spades, and custom pips and indices, made to look vintagey, made to look old school, custom courts as well. That's a cool camera shot. It's a cool angle. There's your reds, clubs, custom clubs. What was that? Chicago World's Fair, Ace of Clubs. Oh yeah, I remember all the aces in this were different symbols from the World's Fair. Gaff cards. Pioneers, illusionist.com. Jet Setters. Love Jet Setters. One of my favorite brands, favorite artists, favorite everything. Love Jet Setters. Yep. You can always pick these up, and they come in multiple colors. These are the lounge editions. This is his more recent design. Silver and orange. Big, huge tongue flaps, which a lot of us old schoolers love. Let's make sure my deck is going the right direction. And orange. So back design looks like that. Ace of Spades. Ooh. Yeah. So standard. His court cards are always recolored a little darker. They have kind of a muted look to them, which I actually like. And it's probably one of the only non-bicycle decks that I will use or buy in bulk. I typically don't buy non-United States Playing Card Company cards in bulk, but I make an exception for Jet Setters, because I've been with Jet Setters since the beginning, like since his very first project. I've been on board. Yeah, get that joke? On board airplanes joke. And they smell good. I love how these decks smell. I can't explain it. Yep. All right, into the home stretch. Well, kind of, sort of, but not really. Penguin. Penguin is a they're getting up there now with making decks, and so they've been really successful, and they've had a lot of really creative, really fun decks coming out of Penguin Magic and Penguin Cards. Make sure you follow Penguin Cards over on Instagram as well. Gingerbread. This is Christmas, right? Christmas deck. Snow globes, right? And let's just make sure. That's kind of wonky. What's going on? Oh, those are just jokers. So jokers, Rudolph, Frosty, right? And back design has a nice thin back design. Nice thin poker border is what I meant. And double backer, blank faced. Ace of Spades is a cookie. And the pips are all like cookies, right? And the court cards are North Pole characters. Again, another bite from a cookie. Going through the diamonds. North Pole characters. North Pole characters. Christmas, right? It'd be a fun deck to stick in somebody's stocking. No, not somebody's, everybody's. If you're in charge of stockings, get one deck for everybody's stocking. Spacecraft, okay? Spacecraft playing cards. Fun, playful, childlike, innocent, full bleed, no border, which means when you spread them, it's gonna be a solid color, right? And it's also a full bleed on the face. So you get little vintage rocket ship jokers, and then, let me turn it around that way. Ace of Spades. You can see that the spade pips are this light blue color, and little kids in green for the courts, and then there's your diamonds, and then you get little kids in purple for the reds. There's some court cards. So definitely a target audience with this one, right? And then Pegasus. This is one of their awesome decks. Not that they're not all awesome, but probably has more wide appeal. That's what I mean. Has more wide appeal. There you go. And inside tuck flap as well. Back design. Many Pegasi I offer as the plural to Pegasus. Who knows, right? Who knows? Thin poker border again. And though I should mention, Penguin doesn't use Bicycle either as their printing house. They have their own printing house that they are keeping a secret. There's your Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, Six of Spades. That made sense. Where is it? Yeah, it's not there. Here's a court card. And double backer. Blank faced. Diptych jokers. Kings. Court cards. Right? And let me see if I can find that. So, original pips and indices. I've made a big mess. This one I've made a big mess with. Trying to find my Ace of Spades. There it is. Doo-doo. Pegasus. Okay. Oh, you should see this mess. Look at this. And I'm not even gonna write it. I am just going to stick it back in the box. For all of you guys that are like, no! No! Too bad. And lastly, Nox. Right? So these are the most recent Nox, I believe. Red, dark blue, black, and silver. Again, Another brand I'm super on board with, Alex Pandrea, playing cards that are they just fit my aesthetic. Like, I just love the simplicity. I love the tuck cases that are just, all done through in the same color. I love the simple back designs. It's just I know you're like, what? But it's a solid field. And so I don't know, it just looks really cool. And you can grab a deck, matches your outfit if you want to, or if you have a theme going on. Very simple, very nondescript, standard pips, like I said, which work great for Magic. Recolored court cards done with muted colors and foil inks. That's a cool tool. And they're marked, right? Nocks are marked. Nocks have been marked for a really long time. There are some Nocks that are marked for suit. There are some Nocks that have a one-way back. And there are some Nocks that are fully marked. So I have boxes and boxes of Nock decks because they're just super dope. I didn't spread one out. Let me spread out silver for you, okay? So none of these, I need an overhead. That's what I need, right? I need an overhead camera that works for, that's not a bad display. You get the picture. And that's the end. That is the end of box 9. That is the last deck in box 9. I think there was one deck missing from this, or like one deck short. I had room for one more deck in this, so I must have pulled one out. And I must have it somewhere using it for something. But that's everything for box 9. Thanks for hanging out with me. Which deck was your favorite? Tell me down below. And I'll see you for box 10. Bye.